Alright, we're back. We're still with GNN, Creative Business with Lloyd Luna. Very interesting. Our first guest actually started when he was still like in his 20s. And then the other one started when he was like, what, 40s to 50s? It's pretty interesting. What I would like to know is, what do you think is the next 5 years for you?
Use first.
Well, for us, it's really more of still expansion.
But you're not going to go anywhere else?
Right now, we are processing our Southeast Asia and US branches.
Right.
So we are currently developing the systems and the logistics and the operation systems behind it. Well, of course, it's my dream to bring a Filipino concept to the mainstream global market.
Mainstream this is like the potato corner. I mean, going to the mainstream, but head on.
Yeah, but for this, my product is it's really Filipino product. It's really a Filipino product. If you will notice, Vietnam food, kilala na.
Right.
Chinese food, Japanese food, kilala
Korean
na yan.
food.
Where is Filipino food?
That's true.
So that is something that that's my vision.
It's not only a vision or a dream, it's also an advocacy for us to
Right,
be.
right. Because I want, through our products, we want to be known globally.
Right.
Hindi lang si Pacquiao.
Yeah, that's
Right,
true.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Not, hindi lang si Lloyd Luna.
Hindi lang si Lloyd Luna.
Dapat So what about you, Doc?
Tama, ano, we're aligned kay Richard Gomez, right?
So pinakabata?
John Lloyd, bahala ka na sa pangalan ko sa screen. But in 5 years talaga, talagang maganda yung post sa yung Pinoy brand. Because I believe I'm sure God created all of us and the world equal, and we all have equal value. We just have to make sure that value is known by others.
Rather than knowing it, so
definitely in 5 years, my books are all over the world. Like it's already in Singapore, in Kunikunuyia, the biggest store there, bookstore, and Malaysia is about to come soon, and then the U.S. mainland, and that's been my dream, the U.S. mainland.
maybe in another language.
And translations, yes, translations.
So, when we were in Vietnam, somebody proposed my book be translated into
really?
Vietnam.
Okay, which is very good because that's why I want to write more books that are translatable. Because like this Laugh and Last cannot be translated, no? But you watch your English. So Coach with Iggy, perhaps yes, translated, and then while I still do training programs, which of course are what I am. I'm CAT. I'm a CAT. Training, T, A, author, C, executive coach. So the books are what I plan to do more of in the next 5 years. In fact, I have 6 titles now I'm working on.
But you're not going out of your strength zone. I mean, this is the writing part, and you are for the food. Hindi ka na lalabas sa industry na yun.
I can write about this food business.
Right. What was the greatest regret?
Well, greatest regret while doing business?
In life.
Well, I'm not a person who really
doesn't matter when you fail.
I don't really regret. I believe that there is a purpose for that things to happen. So if a thing happens that is not favorable for me, I just pray that that the purpose will be revealed
anytime soon.
Well, it will be revealed in time and the strength for me to accept.
All right. So it doesn't matter. What was the greatest regret, Dr. Dups?
Agree ako sa kanya, pare ko.
Okay.
You're
just copying the answer of the.
Kasi it's nice to learn from the youth, no. But basically, one of my key lines now is from the Broadway play Rent.
Okay. I don't have any idea about.
My younger daughter was a Broadway play Rent.
Rent. When was it released?
Upa. It was done here twice na in Manila, but I saw it in New York, and it was my younger daughter who told me to see it. And one line there is one of the songs, forget regrets, just move forward.
That's nice.
And then when he said about you just need to wait for, well, God always has a reason for everything for us, which is a good reason.
Right.
So everything is a gift, in my view.
Okay.
And all we have to do is find out what God has meant for us that's beautiful.
Right. What kind of leader are you?
Well, I'm more of a person that I just give the goal. I give the objective, but I do not give the details on how to do it.
I had a guest last time, and I think it was Aquabest, Neil Delgado, and he was saying like you will have to push the Filipino to really do it. I mean, you will have to be clear with your instruction and then give it to them. So what makes it different from your point of view?
Well, I guess
it depends.
It really depends on the personality of the leader.
Seems like it's working for.
Well, for me, I try to empower all our employees because eventually, when your company gets to a certain size, you cannot do everything. It will be impossible for you to do everything. It will come to a point that you have to delegate. Now, what I do is I try to train them, I try to teach them on the values that I have so that they can do more or less say the same. They can.
That's the Steve Jobs thing, huh? Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Well, probably.
Yeah, probably. He's the doc.
Pare, yes na naman ako sa kanya kasi yung insights namin pareho. I think that's also what the mold we have.
You did not talk to each other?
No, in fact, I just met him a few minutes ago, right, Richard? Right. But I've seen his stores. But he's correct. I agree with him. I think, first of all, we must model the behavior we want our people to learn to do. And if there was to be a label, I would say I believe I'm more of a transformational and maybe a servanthood kind of leader. But he's correct also that it depends on the circumstance. You can choose between a whole spectrum. You can be very autocratic, like Winston Churchill was a very good leader in times of war. But the British would say he may not have been a good one during times of peace. And then the other ones, of course, free reign. Let them go, because if they're very intelligent, they can be left responsible. But in between, of course, is being participative, involving them, and so on. All things being equal, the participative democratic style is best. But otherwise, the best kind of leader is to be adapting to the whole set of variables, follower, situation, and yourself.
Depends on the variables.
Yeah, follower, situation, and yourself. Yeah.
How do you see the competition right now?
Well, for me, competition is always a challenge. To some, competition is it makes insecure. For me, competition makes me want to improve on my products, on my system. It gives me challenge.
Right.
It gives me a lot of challenge to come up with superior products, innovative products that we can offer to the consumer. I guess in the end, it's the consumer that will really benefit from competition.
Right. Now, this is a kind of different business model. I mean, you are in a speaking and service-oriented industry. So how do you see the competition? I mean,
second emotion na naman ako eh. But I'd like to add 2 points.
Okay, okay.
I'd like to add. The first
Let's do the addition.
in effect, it's regardless of whether there's competition or not, I believe the slogan is be the best you can be.
With or without the competition.
With or without competition. That's why I say buyer's market, seller's market, always pretend you're in a seller's market. Na even if there's no competition, pretend there's competition. If only because it prods you to becoming the best you can be. And that includes relationships.
Okay, pretty much. So, is there any upcoming event or anything that you want to really promote? Before we proceed to our game of the week, is there anything you want to plug?
I would like to invite the viewers of Creative Business to visit our upcoming franchise show of the Association of Filipino Franchisers, AFI. It's on September 16 to 19 at the World Trade Center. All franchise concepts, mostly homegrown, you will see it there. If you plan to franchise in the near future, big brands like Sea Oil, Binalot, Aquabes, Latsa Pizza, Figaro will all be there.
Okay, so